RACV's involvement with Anzac Day dates back over 100 years now. It all started back in World War I, where members would use their vehicles to pick up the veterans and take them to hospital from the station pier, and we continue that service today. It's a part of the tradition of RACV.
My responsibility is a privileged one where I pick up a veteran at their home and transport them into the march, and then I look after them for the remainder of the march.
Definitely think it's a privilege, yeah. Look, not everybody gets to hear these stories. A lot of the vets, some of them are very guarded, but yeah, I find it a huge privilege to be just a little part of their enjoyment of the day. That sets it off for me.
I met the first veteran that I was going to be transporting, which was Phil Thompson, and he was in the Navy for 6 years. I transported Phil and we had a great friendship as we looked forward to our date, as he would call it, every year.
Well, with the good graces of the RACV, of which I have been a member for more than 70 years, a driver kindly calls to pick me up, and together we go into the march, and it's really generous of the RACV and of these people who drive these very nice cars in which we travel. Oh yes, we were talking the whole time with our driver. We had a lot in common.
A car comes and takes me, then they bring me home, and then I've done it every year for ages, and he looked after me. He made sure that I was right all the time. I think it brings back a lot of memories, and about the blokes that I used to be with. It makes me feel like, yeah, that it wasn't for nothing.
Well, it's particularly important to me because I had an uncle and enlisted in the First World War. They died there, and his remains have never been found. And so Anzac Day reminds me very, very strongly of my Uncle George.
On the morning of the march, there is a certain air of excitement as we are in our cars lined up on Princess Bridge.
It's sometimes emotional. It can be very emotional for me, but I just love seeing them get the recognition they deserve. And the cheers and the crowd just absolutely go off when they see them, and they love it, and it makes me feel good.
It makes me feel like that I had done something.
Oh, I love the kids. It's great to see them out there, and they're brought up to appreciate the deeds of the old Anzacs. Very grateful that I did return, and I was able to play my part during the war. So if that's pride, yes.
It's a wonderful feeling to be able to help others without asking for something in return. And we are a blessed country, and even though we go through our own struggles at the moment, I think there's always a lemonade out of every lemon, and that might be something that you can do for others that will just give your life a real purpose and meaning as well.